Morning traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So big tails to the top, big tails to the down on the daily, flat, awesome oscillator, no momentum, lots of volatility, and I think that's pretty much what we need to be trading is the volatility. So firstly, the level we've been looking for the last a couple of days was tagged, and it was tagged aggressively. It was a 170 point trade in a pretty much almost an hour and a bit, I think it was, before the seller stepped in, drove it back down, and then we sort of rallied a bit again. So the question on my mind at the moment is, do we have a wedge? Okay. So, that was the original wedge that I had, and then we've dipped below it to tag the level. Okay, so if we just drill down here, and I just fine-tune this. Okay, it becomes a channel. So we have a downward channel, or it was a wedge. Okay, but I think let's just leave it as a channel for now. Probably makes a little bit more sense. And you can see what I mean by the pullback down here. And we'll look at that on a lower time frame to chat about it. At this stage, we've had one retest of the alligator, and it's not a valid retest for me because there was a close above the alligator. Okay, and then back down. So that was just pretty much the first attempt to break, failed. This was the second attempt to break, and for all intents and purposes, it's failed. What we're currently doing at the moment is we are trending to the downside. And question is, are we just going to continue meandering in this channel? Or is this pin bar, which is also a wise man number 1, and 1, 2, 3, we have a wise man number 2 signal here on the 3 hour as well, which is a break above this bar. We've got the break, we don't have a close. So let me just put that level in. Okay, so wise man number 2 says, third green bar, a close above that is a trigger for your next long to put in. Or a trigger for you to put the next long in. And that hasn't materialized because it gapped up, but then it sort of closed below it. Okay, so if we just come to the hour now. Okay, we've still got a wise man number 1 on the hour here. And we also had one here. And we didn't quite get an hour close above it before forming the next one. You'll see what I mean. So what you're looking for wise man is a 1 hour close above the pin bar. You didn't get it. You got rejection, rejection, rejection. And then you form another pin bar with a close above it there. Okay. So very, very volatile yesterday. Sorry, I just want to move that level, just put that level back in so we can get down here. Okay, so we had quite a bit of rejections off the alligator here on the half hour, and then an acceleration, and that was a massive acceleration. So that was pretty much, it's 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours down, 140 points, buyer stepped in, and then you immediately had a 200 point rally before it sold off again, and then moved to the upside. Okay, so if you look at it on the 5 minutes, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so in 5 minutes, down 77 points, buyer stepped in off that level and immediately drove price up. Okay, so what are we looking for now? For me, drove price up, then they sort of fell off again, and then Microsoft results came out, which we were expecting to be pretty good, and drove price up a little bit, not much, just a little bit. So there's still a lot of confusion here. So if you look at the half hour, we've broken through, looking for the retest failed. This is the second attempt at breaking through the alligator. Now, if this retest holds, then as far as I'm concerned, we're probably breaking this channel to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm waiting for at the moment. So not really going to look at these fractals at the moment. I want to see where price is at the European Open. Okay, so if we get below the alligator on the half hour, then it's a case of wait and see. So in other words, if we sort of do this kind of thing and break below it, then wait and see. So first break, second break, I'm looking third time lucky. Okay, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for a move to the upside. What could transpire is this channel, which is on the trend line, breaks the upside. If that does start breaking to the upside, then I'm looking for a long, and that long is going to be targeting that area up there. Okay, and you can see that's previous breakout level here, and that is 26,960. But looking at the 4 hour, I mean, we've got a nice rejection off the 200 EMA here. Back onto the alligator. Alligator is starting to turn. Just get rid of this noise. We've got pin bar, pin bar. We also do have tails to the upside, so there's quite a bit happening in here. I think that's the first trend line, and that's the next one there. Okay, so it's sort of a triangle. But yeah, the fact that we are just meandering like this to the downside, this is really just a pullback for me. It's people are looking for a level, and the first level I think was very much that one there as expected. And the other thing about this is that also validates this measured move. Okay, so ultimately we're looking for 27572. 27,500 is the area we're looking for at the moment. Okay, obviously we need to get above this level here. Okay, so on the 4 hour trend is still down. Let's get rid of the noise. It is definitely still down, but we've got these buyers scaling in here. So we've got to watch this trend, this top trend line here of the channel, because if that breaks, then you have, what are we here? So it's kind of on the 4 hour, you're looking at this fractal break here. Okay, so 26,890. We break above that, you've got a 600 point trade coming to the upside. Okay, so let's just get to the ichimoku, because this is going to give us information we're really looking for. Okay, so first things first, Chiku span, the brown line, is through price. Okay, it's in the cloud, which gives resistance, but it's also getting broken through Kijisen and Tekinson, which is fairly bullish. We have a crossover of Kijisen and Tekinson, which is bullish. We are tracking the cloud at the moment, but look how thin the cloud is here. The probability of it breaking through is fairly great. Okay, we had a twist and then we got a twist back the other way. So nothing really to write into that. Ideally, I would like to see a deeper pullback. Okay, so sort of a Fibonacci pullback would be ideal, but are we going to get that? And look at that, Fibonacci comes back to test this area here. Okay, so at 26,800, is it? Yeah, 26,800 would be an awesome pullback. Okay, so let's just leave that level in because that would make sense. 4 hour, the trend is still down. Okay, we've had a crossover, the trend is down, and we're in the cloud. Cloud means ranging. We've got a twist here, and we've got Chiku span through price. So that's 3 bearish signals at the moment on the 4 hour. But price action doesn't quite agree with that if you look at the buyer scaling in here. Okay, keys and things are coming close together. So there is a possibility that even with a little bit more of a pullback, that these two get even closer in the next 2 bars and then cross crossover. Okay, so that's kind of the thing we're looking for. And I'm just going to use those two bars there as our level we need to watch. Okay, if I look at the daily, we've sort of rejected a level here, and as I said yesterday, the level's fairly close to cloud, so could be a rejection level here. But right now, a lot of mixed signals. I mean, this is pretty much what's happening on all the markets right now. I'd almost stick to the 1 hour ichimoku at the moment. Okay, so the only thing here is, it's only 100 points. So, you've got a stop area of this fractal here. So any pullback, you're looking to get in on the trade, and then you're looking for a stop area here. Right now, just proceed with caution because we are on this trend line, so you could see that the sellers are stepping in off there. But for me, low, 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 so it's low, 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 lower, low. Then we sort of formed kind of a higher low, but this is the final low, so the exhaustion bar. Then we formed a higher low. So what you're looking for is a fractal break above there on the hour, 26,886. Then there's a long-term trade coming for 600 points. Okay, but obviously I want to just get a deeper pullback. So if we do get a deeper pullback back onto 26,800, I'm long, but with a stop below 26,746. Okay, so that's kind of the view that I have at the moment. Just coming back to the Bull Williams, that kind of lines up with what the Bull Williams are saying on the hour. So we've had first attempt, it failed. Second attempt, it hasn't failed or succeeded yet. I want to see a decent pullback into this area. Okay, and 26,800 would be ideal. That's kind of the level I'm looking for. It would be on the alligator as well, which would mean that's a decent level to get in. Okay, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see this kind of volatility until we clear sort of the 26,950 area. Okay, once we clear 26,950, then we've got a little bit more consolidation here to get through, but I think that should accelerate pretty quickly with the current downward trend line. Okay, so those are the levels you need to watch for. Okay, and you can see what I've done. All I've done is just drawn this trend line on these two fractals, which lines up with the bigger trend on the daily and on the 4 hour, and that's a trend I'm looking to break. And if you're awake this morning, you'll notice that we are right at the apex of a triangle. Okay, so I'm looking for fractal breaks, and it's pretty much fractal breaks, almost the high of yesterday that I'm looking to break. Okay, which also makes sense on the bigger time frame on the daily, because that would break above a pin bar, and would give me some confirmation that we're moving to the upside. Okay, anyway guys, I'm looking for longs, looking to buy the pullback, and looking for a second move of this initial move here. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.